All right, we got Mason Fuller here. How are you liking Trains and Lanes? This is your first time here, right?
Yeah, the hobby shop's really cool. The track's got a lot of elevation, and it's really cool.
So you just switched to the HB. How do you like the cars?
Yeah, the cars are a lot. I really like them.
Yeah.
Real easy to drive. Really nice to work on. Yeah, they're awesome.
And what tires you running?
We have ran almost everything. I've been running Aqua Reflex in qualifying, but we also tried Ellipse. They were good. So everything's been working basically.
And have you changed your setup a lot for this track, or?
We've been testing quite a bit, but basically, what I've always ran is working pretty good.
All right, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, we got Kaden Fuller here. So how do you like Trains and Lanes?
Oh, it's fun for sure. The track is grippy, has a lot of grip, and it's fun.
So how do you like your HB cars since you switched this year?
Oh, I love them. They're way better than TLR in my opinion.
Yeah. And what tires are you running?
Last round I ran Aqua Reflex.
All right. And have you changed your setup a lot for this track, or?
No.
No? Traditional stuff?
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, we got Jackson Brunson here. This is your first time at Trains, right?
Yeah, it's my first time out here.
So how you liking it?
It's pretty cool. You know, we were here for the Nationals a couple of years ago for the LCRC race.
Yeah.
And yeah, the weather's awesome. It's not like there's not a cloud in the sky. It's been hot, humid. I mean, we've been seeing almost 100-degree temps, but drinking a lot of water, and yeah, everything's been great.
So you switched to HB. How's the cars been?
Everything's been awesome. You know, the team's really good. The car obviously works amazing with the D819 RS, the Nitro buggy, and then we have the E-buggy and the Truggy. Yeah, everything works great. Not a whole lot of mind stuff going on. Everything, the car just works straight out of the box, which is nice.
Yeah. So have you changed your setup a lot since compared to what you run at Georgia, like Loganville area?
I'd say a little bit, but it's pretty much the same setup, other than maybe a little bit thicker diffs and a little bit heavier shock oil. Just because the sun, there's no clouds right now. There's no trees around the track. Sun's beating down on us. So just heavier shock oil, heavier diffs. But that's pretty much, other than that, it's pretty dang close to my Loganville setup back home.
And what tires you liking?
So J Concepts, so far I've just been running Reflex and Aqua Compound. It's been getting me going pretty good. My grip's pretty awesome, the wear's pretty good, so yeah, I mean right now that's kind of what I've been on. I think for tomorrow, with it being a long main, I'll probably be on a detox or a rehab in Aqua. So
yeah, those are pretty good.
Kind of gonna sleep on it, but I'm pretty sure I'll end up on one or two of those tires.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck out there.
Thanks.
5 minutes left.
All right, we got Gary Stute here. So this is your first time at Transileans, right?
Yeah, it sure is. First
So
time.
how'd you like it?
I liked it a lot. It was really fun. It's a different type of track that I'm used to, and I think they've done a great job. And the track was a lot of fun with a lot of challenges and a whole different setup needed for the car. It was just a lot of grip. Still really bumpy. It wasn't like choppy. It was just like bumpy everywhere. So it was definitely different with all the traction we had.
So what did you change on your cars from what you run on?
Oh yeah, I had to change the roll centers. I had to change the shock package. I changed the whole corners of the car. I changed everything to get it to make it more drivable on this track and kind of go over the bumps and be less edgy, so an old guy like me could get it around the track halfway decent.
All right, and what tires were you liking out there?
Well, in the mains, I ended up running S3 tires for Pro Line. I ran the old style Fugitives on my buggies, and I ran the S3 Positrons on the truck. I don't think either one of them were the perfect tire, but it's what I chose, and that's what I ran, and they were okay, and ended up doing okay with them. So they were fast. It was just a matter of controlling them.
All right, and what's your local track?
So my local track at home, I have my own track back home. It's called Gary's RC Racing. If
all
anybody
right,
wants
I heard
to
of that.
yeah, if you want to like the Facebook page, it's called Gary's RC Racing in Indiana. Another local track that I race at a fair amount is called Jack's Tracks in Union City. And I even race at the Ohio RC Factory a fair amount, or VCRC there in Indiana. Victory up in Fort Wayne. And those are kind of the tracks that I get to the most I can.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate everything, and good running out there.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Thanks for all your work too. I saw you out there. You spent a lot of time in the heat, so thank you for taking pictures and doing what you do.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we got Matt Nevoso here. So how was the layout, Matt?
The layout was awesome. Had good flow, a lot of traction. The boys here at Transileans did a great job.
And what tires were you running?
I had medium Bangkok V2s on.
Yeah, did you experiment a lot this weekend with tires?
No, not for truck. I just ran mostly just Bangkoks. Just changed the compound. Soft a little bit on Friday, and then went to mediums as soon as the drip started coming up and he got into the track.
So you used to run here a lot, and then you moved down south. So
Yep.
You changed your setup a lot this weekend on your cars, or?
Actually, no. So this setup is pretty much my box stock LCRC setup.
Right.
The only thing I did different was just go up in this front and center diff. Otherwise, the car was locked down. It was awesome all weekend.
All right, man. Nice seeing you.
All
Thanks
right.
again.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. We got Jason Treffler here. So how are you making out? How do you like the new layout?
The layout's awesome, man. Like, real technical, high grip. It's a heck of a lot of fun to drive. It's tricky too, so it's definitely making the pros out there. You know, you can see the pros from the Joes. It's fun to watch and be in. You know?
Yeah. So what tires are you running?
Well, I run for Hot Race, and tire-wise, today's basically been medium Bangkok V2s or medium Sahara, not Saharas, Amazonias. V2s seem to be the better qualifying tire, it seems like. We'll see what happens tomorrow with the main. That's going to be tricky.
And you change your setup a lot for this layout, or?
I think mainly, you know, from what Mason and the Fuller family's come up with over like Nationals and Psycho Nitro Blast, kind of migrated towards that setup. And in which case, like here, we're pretty much running it. We just stiffen up the suspension, so higher shock oils, different pistons, just to get the car to not roll as much, a little more controlled in the bumps. But setup-wise, it's not much.
All right, man. Good luck out there.
All right, thanks, dude.
right, we got Cole Ogden here for HB Racedays. So, how was your car? Did you make a lot of setup changes this weekend?
I've kind of tweaked with a few little things. Kind of came here with like a base setup from like back home. Kind of used to like the grippy stuff. But there definitely was something that kind of like made you change a little more. Like we changed the B block, raised the B block off the chassis due to like the little rain bumps and stuff everywhere. It went so grabby. I think we went up on some diffs just a little bit. But other than that, like fine tuning a few things like the sway bar, maybe some shock spring, shock oil, just a few minor things, but nothing too crazy.
And what tires are you running mainly?
Hot race always, but I think I was on
Mediums?
soft V2s.
Oh wow.
Round 1, medium V2s, round 2 and 3, the quals, both cars. And then the main right there, I just ran medium Amazonias on black wheels, and they were pretty good.
How did you like the layout?
Layout's always dialed here, man. These guys really know how to do a good layout. It's racy, you know. I mean, you can't really build a track around the rain, but you know, you just deal with it, and the bumps kind of come up, and we're all on the same surface. But no, it's pretty kick-ass to race here. These guys put in a lot of work, and we appreciate it, and it's a great facility.
And how are you liking the Ultimate engines?
I'm loving them, man. They definitely got the juice.
Yeah.
I'm still adjusting, you know. I've gotten a lot better here in the last month or so, just because, I mean, it's just a different power plant. I've worked a lot with it, but I've also tested a lot of other stuff not involving the motor, so now we're like trending in the right direction and really loving the power, really loving the fuel efficiency. Like it's great, man. I love
So what engine you running buggy now?
I run the MXS in the buggy.
How does that compare to the M3X? Do you compare both those?
It revs a little bit higher. It comes back down to idle a little bit better, and it might get a little bit better fuel mileage because it's dual weight in the crank now, and it's a DLC crank. So
what pipe you running on there?
2141 with our stock.
Do you compare that to the 2142 at all, or?
2142 lets that joker eat. It's too much power. There's definitely times like smaller tracks where you need it. Here I was like on the verge of thinking about it, but due to like the grip, the bumps, I didn't want it to be like super aggressive.
Yeah.
So I just kind of kept the clutch the same, kept the pipe the same, and it worked out.
All right, man, killing it out there. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Kevin.